Now, there's no denying gold is hot right now. Prices are soaring, and the experts are predicting even more to come. Not so long ago, gold reached its all time high of $2,069 an ounce, and now it's inching ever closer to that number again. Bank of America, one of the largest banks in the world, is saying gold will rise further still to over $2,200 an ounce later this year. So what, right? Well, gold is already a safety net for your hard earned money. And now, when the stock market is all over the place and the value of the dollar is uncertain, being safe really counts like never before. Noble Gold Investments is offering a 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin for any qualified IRA or 401k rollover. Terms apply. A solid silver U.S. Mint issued coin celebrating our national parks, free with every qualifying precious metals IRA or 401k rollover. You can't go wrong with Noble Gold Investments. 877-646-5347. NobleGoldInvestments.com. That is NobleGoldInvestments.com. And whenever investing, there's always a risk. There are no guarantees of any kind. Bam. What's going on, people? Happy Saturday. You guys been out in the yard and shit? You recovering from last night? You been doing shit inside the house? What's going on? What you guys doing? What's going on? AFBM says, who came from Africa? Charlize Theron. She's South African. That's why I titled this. Go back to Africa. Remember, was that Chappelle show skit where it was the haters ball? And he said, click your heels together 3 times and go back to Africa. Man, that shit's so funny. Queen Bee's Art Hive, what's going on? I say that to Charlize Theron. Click your heels together 3 times and go back to Africa. How about that? Because she said some stupid shit. She really did. And a lot of this, or matter of fact, all of this is going to be entertainment based. Because we got, of course, Charlize Theron. She let some dumb shit come out of her face, and you could totally tell that she was pandering and she was hyping up. She was hyped by the people who are around her. She's an idiot. Also, so wait, I'll get to that. Dave Chappelle was in San Francisco doing stand-up, and he was talking about the condition of San Francisco, the current state of San Fran shithole, needles and shit, California, the shitty city by the bay. And those words that he spoke ring so true. And if you guys remember, if you were around for some early 2000s hip hop, then you might know of a rapper named Young Jock. Meet me at the trap. It's going down. Meet me in the mall. It's going down. Remember that song? That's Young Jock. So Young Jock, he got on social media, as a lot of people do. And what's funny is usually you see women doing that. That's not really what he did, is not something you see a man doing. Big G46 TV, what's up? Diesel, what's up? Everybody in here, what's up? Members, what up? JT King, you did make it. I'm glad you did, man. I'm so glad. But he got it and he was crying, and I'll leave it at that. But there's more to it than that. There are more layers to this than that. But I'll just put it this way. He was crying on social media. And that's just not something a man should do. Like, if you're talking about something and it happens to get emotional, you can't help that. But if you're like, you're crying about something, let me grab my phone and cry on my phone and put on social media. That's totally different. You cry in private. Like I said, if you can't help it, so an emotional topic comes up, You do your best to hold it together. But you're already crying and then you pick up the phone? No. Nope. That's not in the man handbook. I checked. It's not in there. And also, new rules for the Oscars. We're finally going to get to this. Richard Dreyfuss is upset. He said the new rules for the 2024 Oscars and beyond makes him, quote, vomit. Love it. And DJ John T, welcome. Good to see you in here, man. He's dropping some European knowledge on this. He says, we have Mother's Day on the 28th this month over here in Greta Land. He's in Sweden, don't you know? So basically 2 weeks after us this year. So it's on the 28th every year. Because isn't Mother's Day usually on the 15th? Did I miss that? Let me know. But apparently in Sweden, they celebrate it on the 28th. So I'll ask you this, DJ John T. Is it as big a deal in Sweden? Like the cards and, people taking their moms out. And, it's a big, big deal in America. A lot of flowers sold. People, you might not see your mom a lot or whatever the situation is, you're going to make the effort to see mom. It's a special day. Oscar Gonzalez, birthers day. That's true. That's what they want. They don't want mothers and fathers. They don't want that shit because mothers and fathers means family. Family means kryptonite to their movement. So they don't want that. So they're going to do their best to break that up and dilute that and erase it if they can. If they can erase it, hey, mission accomplished. But at the very least, they want to dilute it, change it, confuse it. So yeah, birthers day. That's why you just hear shit like birthing person, chest feeder. And you know what you never see on Mother's Day? You don't see some dad talking about, well, the mom's not here, so I'm the mom too. I should get a Mother's Day card. That shit drives me nuts. When you see that shit on Father's Day and some woman who's a single mom, usually, and if she's dumb enough to say this, she's probably a single mom by her own damn mistakes and choosing. Well, I'm not talking about one day you woke up and your husband had packed all his shit and he left. I'm going to get a carton of milk and he left. Or he died or something like that. I hate when people act like they don't know what the fuck I mean. Like I'm really talking about mothers in a situation they couldn't control. That's who I'm talking about. No. I'm talking about the moms who fucked up multiple times in a lot of cases. You just keep letting sorry sacks of shit climb on top or get behind you. Don't touch me, don't touch me. You know we ain't shit. That's who I'm talking about. You picked the dumbass to have a kid with and he's gone. And you did it over and over again. That's what I'm talking about. And you're going to sit there and say, well, I'm the dad too. No, you're not. You will never be the dad. You can act like what you think a dad is, what you've seen or what somebody told you about or what you remember, but you'll never come close. Not even close. Look off into the horizon as far as you can see. You see how far away that is? It's even further. And vice versa. Verse versa. A man who's raising his kids on his own for whatever reason, maybe he did the same thing. Maybe he picked some crazy bitch to have a kid with. You got on top of or behind this girl, knew she wasn't shit, had a whole bunch of problems, red flag after red flag. But see, that's the problem, fellas. That's the problem. When the big brain upstairs walks out of the room and turns the light off and the little brain downstairs takes over, it has a filter where it doesn't see red flags. It just sees pink flags, if you know what I mean. Huh? So you probably stuck it in some crazy, stuck it in some hood rat. Yeah. She has the baby. Here, hold the baby. I'll be right back. She's gone, whatever, gets arrested, whatever the fuck. You knew she wasn't shit when you went inside of it. So you'll never be a mom. You could be what you think a mom is, what you think a mom would say, what you remember, or what some girl told you, but you'll never be a mom. That's why it's so important to have the mom and the dad. You know, they bring their experience, their way of things, their being. You guys get it. Forget it. You know what I'm talking about. But I think the Super Chat cherry has been pretty sure. Yep. D-Light. I knew it. Thank you, D-Light. Kicking it off with some generosity. Thank you, D-Light. Another day with the Biden shit show. Yeah, it's not where you want to be. It's not where you want to be. It's not the show that you want to be in, a part of, or watching. You don't want it. Sister Shirley, it's okay. Come on in. Come on in. Lou David. Yeah, Dylan Mulvaney, you'll never be a mom. Never. And that motherfucker said it. I want to be a woman. I want to be a mom. You'll never be a mom. Never. Never. Not even close, because you're not a woman. Only women can be mothers. And let's talk about the stepmothers for a second. Maybe these are kids that you didn't birth, adopted mothers, foster mothers. But you're women. You have that motherly nature inside of you. You can give that female perspective. You can bring that tenderness to the table. That woman. All that flesh around the vagina, all that flesh and bone surrounding the vagina. Woman, you bring that. Men can't. We can only bring men's stuff. We don't have the capability to do. We can imitate it. We can do our best. Can't do it. And it's so weird to think that they can. I'm going to be a mom. Shut the fuck. Whatever kid, man, I hope you don't get your hands on a child, on a baby to raise. Are you kidding me? Can you call CPS in advance? Can you call CPS on a house that doesn't have the kid yet? Can you be like, hey, CPS, watch this dude. He wants to get a kid someday. Can you preemptively call CPS on a house that doesn't have a kid in it yet? Asking for a friend. Looks like I have a new friend. Johnny Coathanger. Thank you for becoming a member of Green Nation. Cool kids. What do we do? Even though it's a Saturday, same rules apply. Stand up. Slide it down. Slide it. Sidestep. Move it. We got a new one. We got a new homie. I appreciate that, Johnny Coathanger. How'd you get that name? Is that your real last name, or did you like break into a car once? They call you Johnny Coathanger. Hey, yeah. Hey, Johnny Coathanger, you fucking break into that thing there. This is my guy. This is my boy right here, Johnny Coathanger. Whatever, man. However you got it. Glad you're here with us. Glad you're here. Looks like we got another one. Look what you started. You kicked off, D-Light. Now everybody wants to get on the generosity train. Thank you, Arum Faye. Thank you for the Hamilton. She says, I'd rather have a stepmom than two dads. Damn right. You damn right. Oof. Hold on. There we go. All right, people. Shall we get started? Shall we begin? Shall we? think we should. We should get this party started. Let's see. There we go. All right. What shall we begin with? How about new rules for the Oscars? Been interested in covering this for a few days now. Oh. Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. Richard Dreyfuss all upset. It says Jaws star Richard Dreyfuss slams new Oscars diversity. We cover this on Stop the Fuckery volume, or episode 6, I should say, based on movies. So basically, starting in 2024, a film has to meet certain diversity and inclusion standards in 4 different categories set out by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences to be considered for Best Picture. So if you want to be considered for Best Picture and win an Oscar, there are 4 criteria you must meet. You have to. And if you don't, if you meet 2 of them, 3 of them, 1 of them, it's not going to happen. You have to meet all 4. The categories, each pertaining to different aspects of a movie's production, would require new diversity measures to be met through, quote, on-screen representation, creative leadership and project team, industry access and opportunities, and audience advancement. On-screen representation is classified as at least one lead character from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group, having at least 30% of the secondary roles be from 2 underrepresented groups, or the main storyline has to focus on an underrepresented group. This makes me feel so good inside. According to the Academy, underrepresented groups include women, people of color, people who identify as LGBT, blah, 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 or people with disabilities. And the new standards are meant to encourage diversity on and off the screen. Oh, it's about encouragement. You know what that means, Hollywood? You know what that means? That means here. We'll spit on it first. But you're about to take this diversity dick all the way to the bristle, to the base, to where the pubes are. You're going to take all of it. I love it. And Richard Dreyfuss says, but this is an art form. It's an art form. You can't all have all these rules with an art form. He says you can't be swayed by the latest show of morality. It's an art form. And you know, art has an air of freedom to it, doesn't it? You just flow, man. It's wherever the feng shui takes you, man, wherever the breeze of creativity takes you, man. It's art, man. Chill, dude. Right? Art is expressive, whatever you feel. You know, you paint, you're mad, you take the paint, you fling it, and all these marks and shit like that. You do music, movies, whatever your art form is, cooking, whatever it is. Not anymore, man. Now you have to take that free-flowing artistic vibe and you got to stuff shit into it. So if you have whatever your story is, he's a grizzled cop from the New York streets, and now he's getting a new partner, but he's a lone wolf. So who is that partner gonna be? Hey, how are you, honey? I'm your new partner. Let's get this started. Let's clean up these streets. Ooh, is that your patrol car? Of course it's my patrol car. I'm a grizzled New York detective. Well, we can't get in that thing, honey, because not only am I so fabulous, I'm part of the Alphabet Soup group. You know I'm Ku Klux Trans, but I'm disabled. Hello. And I'm an indigenous person. So we're going to have all this. I'm going to have to set some sage. We're going to have to sage this car, but we can't get in your car. We got to get in this van. We're going to get in this New York City NYPD van that can fit my wheelchair, honey. And I'm a drag queen, so you're just going to have to deal with this boa in your face all day. But this can't work. I'm a grizzled New York detective. You can't be my partner. But I have to be. These are the new rules, sweetheart. You used to think that art was just flowing and going. Well, now we got regulations, sister. Look what they did. Look what they fucking did. Thank you very much. Angry Fat Boy 1776. He says, afternoon, JG and all Patriots. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Go LSU Tigers. Whatever sport they're playing right now, go LSU. Isn't that a movie you guys want to see? Mental Medalist Wife. You're pretty good at that, JG. I am. I'm very good at that. You don't have to tell me twice, honey. Rufus says, LOL. I don't know, Jericho. If you make that movie, I might watch it. Well, you know, I would be satirical, but they're going to be serious. Whatever you got, if you want to, and this is if you want to go for Best Picture. This is their test tube baby. This is their petri dish. They're just testing the waters. And once it happens in Best Picture, then it's going to be everything. Then when it gets down to like the score, the music in the movie, you're going to have 30% of your orchestra be a midget, Ku Klux Trans, in a wheelchair, indigenous, blah, 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 blah. All that shit. That's what it's going to have to be. So no matter what your vision is, you have to make sure that you stuff this bullshit in it. That's like you're an amazing baker, and you have this cake, and it's your signature cake. It's delicious. It's dense. It's moist. The flavors, you can taste the batter. Blah, 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 blah. All that shit. It's delicious. Every time somebody tastes your cake, they want to know where they can buy it. Do you sell it? You need to be on TV. We're talking that kind of shit. You are good. That boy is good. Right? But then the Baker Association comes in and says, okay, but since we have these new rules, so starting next year, when you make your signature cake, we want you to take a double-ended dildo and stick it in the middle, and then we want you to take this this Birkenstock and shove that in your cake too, and instead of using eggs, we want you to use piss. But you still need to turn out the great product that we know you're good at. Thanks, bye. Wait, what? You can't jam all this crazy shit in it and expect it to be good, to be what it was. It can't be. People of color. Underrepresented groups. Hey, underrepresented groups, why don't you get together and make a movie that has you guys in it with a storyline that makes sense? If you can. Hey, sometimes You're just going to be underrepresented. Fuck. There's not enough room for everybody all the time at every meal all day long. Somebody's going to miss out. We'll get you on the next one. Maybe you couldn't sit at the big table this time, but we got a little table over. We got some shit over there. We got some craft services for you over there. My goodness. New rules in Hollywood. Thank you very much, J954, the pride of Florida. He says, what if the main character is a Ku Klux trans member, handicapped, gay, and a person of color killed by a white cop, but they voted for the orange man? Well, they wouldn't make that movie. Not unless we could get some revenge, not unless the underrepresented groups were like, screw you, you white killer, we're going to get your ass. Maybe then, but how shitty would that movie be? Look at, what was that movie they did? Was it last year, earlier this year or something? No, I think it was last year. Bros. Remember that gay movie with the gay cast and the gay director? Everybody was gay and stuff and a bunch of gay shit in it. What happened? What happened? It flopped. Like one of them damn European soccer players. It flopped. Nobody wanted to watch it because it was forced. And they knew they were going to be lectured in that fucking movie. Or they were going to see a bunch of shit they didn't want to see. Nobody wants to see that shit on a mainstream level yet. Or maybe do it more tastefully. We had Brokeback Mountain. I don't know. But nobody wants to see that shit. You know how I know? Because nobody went and watched that shit. Chill out, man. And I've said this before. I believe that the majority of the Ku Klux Trans and the alphabet soup group, they want to be on the low. They like their esoteric lifestyle where it was a small group on some underground shit. Because when it's underground and you're not in the limelight, you're free to do whatever weird shit you want to. And let's be honest. You get a bunch of dudes together in a room who are down to bang each other, some weird shit is going to happen. I just saw some shit where the FDA is now taking bisexual and gay men's blood. But for the longest time, they wouldn't because of the risk of contamination because dudes are disgusting. That's why dudes are fucking animals. All right. So if you get a dude that wants to fuck another dude and you put them together, it's going to get real gross and people are going to get infected. That's the truth. But now, I guess it's all good. I guess it said that if they were in a monogamous relationship, because before, if they wanted to donate, they had to abstain from sex for a certain amount of time to clean their blood out, to get the contaminants out of their blood. Because when you're a raw dog and a turd cutter, that's what can happen sometimes. Did I get too real right there? So they had to take a hiatus to clean their blood out. But now if you put down that you're in a monogamous relationship or whatever, and also probably another reason they weren't very welcoming to the alphabet soup group blood is because if it were from two black alphabet soup group members, the science says, believe the science, follow the science. So that's what I'm going to do here. 50% of gay black men have HIV. Take that. Do with that what you will. Thank you very much, Carolyn EHS, for the Hamilton. Just wanted to hear your fireworks. Been watching you since you were in your car. Love your new setting. Thank you very much, Carolyn. I appreciate that. Yes, when I was a man in the rat race, commuting to work, that's when I would usually shoot my videos to and from work, sometimes on my lunch break. So I think you've been with me for a while then. Thank you, Carolyn. Appreciate that. I know it got gross for a second, but we'll get out of that. We'll get out of there. I'm just saying, that's the truth. So don't worry, all that shit has to be in there. But the beauty of it is, Authentically Kennedy says when Jericho was employee of the month at Traders, I never made employee of the month at Trader Joe's. I never could quite like conform to that. Before I left, it was fucking ridiculous. All this woke bullshit just turned up to fucking 10. It was disgusting. But the beauty of it is all these people, these are the same people who are wagging their finger at you. Rome 13, I wish I knew how to quit you, Jake. That's so gross. But they're always the people wagging their finger at you and telling the average everyday taxpayer how you need to feel and what you need to do and how you need to be more inclusive. And your silence is violence and you must be an ally and all this shit. You must accept everything at all times. Diversity is our strength. Well, diversity is home. Diversity is knocking on the front door and is expecting you to answer, Hollywood. But now, like, diversity makes me vomit. It didn't make you vomit before when you were shoving it, when you're trying to frog wire us with that bullshit. You were trying to force feed us your bullshit. I'm so happy that it's turned cannibalistic. I'm so happy that the woke blob, the woke monster that you constantly fed till it got to this giant protruding mess that just spilled over into everything: education, entertainment, the military, the government. That shit's everywhere. I love it when it gets cannibalistic and it turns on its own kind. I love when that big woke monster goes, raw, feed me. And it looks down into Hollywood and it grabs one of you weird perverted motherfuckers and it picks you up and it bites your head off. I'm glad when it does that. Because you hate me and you hate my country, so fuck you. I'm glad it's happening to you. I hope it gets so woke and so weird and so AI that Hollywood collapses onto itself. And that festering wound on the asshole of California scabs over and eventually is a scar and stories we tell our grandchildren. Yeah, there used to be a place called Hollywood there. It got too woke and fucked up and ended up killing itself. Good. Remember that PSA they put out? I take responsibility. I take responsibility. For what? Your stupid ass PSA that you put out that was 100% pandering bullshit didn't make no racists go, wait. Hold on, man. Hold on. They're doing a PSA in black and white in fucking California. Let's listen in. Let's see what they got to say, man. Gotta hit that shit. Fuck you, Hollywood. Die, Hollywood, die. Don't give a shit about you. Good. I hope it makes you vomit. You made me vomit. The shit you put out, the garbage you put out, the poison you put out. Fuck you all. I'm so glad this is happening to you. You guys, I'm telling you, you got to come down here and buy some property on the low road. Hey, Johnny Coathanger. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, and before I forget, happy Mother's Day to mothers, new mothers, maybe not so new mothers. Shout out to Nicole Thomas in the UK. Just brought her baby boy home not too long ago. Mothers to be, shout out to Authentically Kennedy. She's about to bring the baby all up in this world in December. So yeah, shout out to you moms. All you good moms. All you good moms who had love in your heart and did the best you could by your children. Shout out to you all, and I hope you have a beautiful day tomorrow. The not so good moms, the mommy dearest moms, the hood rat moms, the sorry ass trailer trash bitch moms. I'm not talking to you. You fucked up. But I'm not talking about the money. It's not about providing the money and all the shit for your kids. I'm talking about you are a good mom. You loved your children. You brought kindness into their lives. And you did the best you could. Shout out to you. You deserve it. You're wonderful. You guys take and turn it into life. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. I know my wife will, because I'm an amazing husband. And I wish I could tell you what I got for her, but she watches, so I can't. But telling you people, I hit it out of the park this year. Out of the park. Barry Bonds just left the dugout. He forgot he had to pull the syringe out of his ass cheek and throw it in the dugout as he ran to home plate. Kadoosh! Into the bay. That's what kind of home run I did. If Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire, they took sperm from both of those dudes, put it into a woman, she somehow survived the birth. That kid grows up, pitch to that kid. Good day! That's what kind of home run I'm going to hit tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much, Nicholas J. Jericho, one of my friends had a child, and now he's starting to have conservative views. Funny how that works sometimes. Yeah, when you literally have skin in the game, when you literally have skin in the game, you have something invested in the future. You're going to leave this rock, this floating rock, to somebody who's half you. You can't help but change. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't help everybody, because we all know some blue-haired, granola-headed dirt fucker who's doing the same thing to their kid, making them a stupid little leftist jackass, a soldier in their communist army. But yeah, you care. Shit changes, because now you're not all the whatever money you have left that the government didn't push you up against the wall and take out of your fucking wallet. It's not just on you anymore. You're not spending it on yourself. Now education means something. Now these messages and this deviant, sneaky shit they're doing in schools mean something to you now, because you don't want that for your kid. You don't want your kid. You want to make your kid's life better. You don't want them to make your same mistakes. You don't want them to have the same pitfalls that you did. You're looking ahead. The kid is ground level. You have a high vantage point. You see what's ahead. You don't want bad shit for your kid. So good. I'm glad. I'm glad your friend is changing for the better. You know? And, mom and dad, it's a dynamic duo right there. That's some real shit. I won't lie to you. But yeah, I did my thing. Tomorrow's going to be great. Authentically Kennedy says, I know a few liberal couples. Husbands are always beta with a ball-busting wife. Makes me dry up immediately. Dude, I mean, that shit. Yeah, man. I've told a story about a dude I know whose wife just, oh, man. And it's not about no, hey, stay in your place, woman. It's not about that. It's about respect. Damn, I mean, man. I mean, just the disrespect. And he's okay. Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, man, that shit. I don't know how they can fuck a husband like that. Maybe they don't. They're fucking somebody. But not him. That's not going to make it moisten up. That's going to make that vagina go. Fucking sand is going to come out of that vagina. It's so dry. Shit. All right, guys. Who is ready? Okay. We'll talk about Chappelle, and then we'll tell Charlize Theron to go back to Africa. Click your heels together 3 times. I'll go back to Africa. Diesel says, JG bought a Borat bathing suit, a dozen roses, a dozen chocolate-covered strawberries, and learned how to play the violin. Mrs. Hold on. They jumped on. Hold Mrs. Green gonna get a show. For your information, Diesel already had the Borat bathing suit. So bam, there you go. How you like that? How about that? How about that? Gotta write something down. Just saw something. Just saw something here on Instagram at Right Winged Angel. My man Oliver Mack, who was nice enough to be our first guest on Stop the Fuckery, he posted something and it says, after 9 months in Russia, in a Russian prison, Brittany Griner now says national anthem, quote, hit different. Yeah, I bet it did. I bet it fucking did hit different, you clown. I bet it did, because you know that shit can be taken away. You could be hearing that fucking Russian commie music that they always play when they're goose stepping in front of the review board. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet your ass. I bet it does hit your ass a little different, doesn't it? Freak. Freak! Yeah, let's pull this up. Love it. Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. Mr. Chappelle. What you got to say, Mr. Chappelle? So, Dave Chappelle does a surprise set in San Francisco and asks, what the fuck happened to this place? Hey, that is a great question, Mr. Chappelle. And it says, this event, there were no special guests. He didn't mention Musk. Instead, he focused on the city's homelessness problem. What the fuck happened to this place, he asked. He told a story about eating at an Indian restaurant in the Tenderloin a few nights earlier, only to have someone defecate in front of the restaurant as he was walking in. San Francisco has become half Glee, half zombie movie, he said. And he remarked that the whole city is the Tenderloin now. He said, y'all niggas need a Batman, he exclaimed. Because nothing makes you more hungry. Nothing makes you want to run into a restaurant quicker and get some food in your mouth than seeing a human being shit but feet away from where you'll be eating. And that is the truth. What the fuck happened to San Fran shithole? It is disgusting. I don't go to San Francisco unless I have to, and hopefully I'm just driving through it. I have no desire to go to San Francisco. There's nothing there. Like my daughter's going on a field trip there, so I have to go. But there's nothing like, oh, a restaurant or this, the pier. No, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. There's too much chance for danger. Some crazy ass homeless person or something. No, I'm cool. When I did go there last year, it was almost like every time you saw somebody, every time you saw some homeless person, like you're on edge. You're like, what the fuck am I going to have to potentially deal with? You know, like what's going to happen? You can't relax and enjoy yourself. It's not like, oh, we're in the city, you know? Nah, can't do that shit. It's fucking crazy. And they let it be that. But they don't care. The powers that be, the lawmakers and all that shit, they don't care because they don't live with that. You think Mayor London Breed and the district attorney of San Francisco, do you think they live in that shit? You think they live on Mission? Do you think they live on 7th and Mission? Hell no. They probably don't even live in San Francisco. They live across the Golden Gate Bridge in Marin County, where Nancy Pelosi lives, where they're not around the zombies and the demons that roam the streets of San Francisco. They don't fucking live there. They'd be a fool to live there. They live across the Golden Gate Bridge in Marin County, Sausalito. That's where they live. Sausalito's nice. And on one side of the bridge, now the closer you get to the bridge, it gets nice because then you're in Golden Gate Park and stuff. So There's a big walking path, running people ride bikes and shit. It's right there on the beach. You got, like I said, you got Golden Gate Park. And then once you're on the bridge is cool. I've never seen a homeless person on the bridge. And when you get to the other side, Marin County, Sausalito, and all that shit, it's a different world. It's a different world. There's nice places to eat, shop. Everything's clean. But you take your ass back in the city, it will not be pretty. Guarantee you that. Thank you very much again. Oh, with the 223. I see what you did there. Thank you, J954. He says, make sure you're rolling with that 10 milli, JG. Well, you know, I don't want to put too much out there. I don't put too much of my business in the street, but you know, my dad said you never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, but you know, I will be taking precautions. How about that? We'll leave it at that. I will be taking precautions. Because why wouldn't you? It's San Francisco. Why wouldn't you take the necessary precautions before you go into that fucking gladiator arena? Why wouldn't you? Yeah, Jay Lewis, am I right too? I wish they would understand that. Or I wish that they would understand that. So let's collectively tell Charlize Theron to go back to Africa. America 1776. Hello, Jericho, from Douglas County, Oregon, not the liberal city of Strange. Good for you. Good for you. Tehmina al-Haqib. Sorry if I said that wrong. Pretty sure I did. When will America wake up? That's a great question. Hopefully before it's too late. Hopefully before it's too late for all our sake. Even the jackasses who are pushing the end of America. Because they think they want that. They think that's what they like. They like to fucking, you know, be used as a puppet. That's what they think they want, but no, you don't. Not even those stupid assholes want to live in the world that they're trying for. Even they're not that fucking stupid, right? Thank you very much from Guy Buddy Friend. He said, here you go, pal. I'm not your pal, guy. I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. Oh, man. I love South Park. This shit is so funny. I'm not your guy, pal. Man, there's somebody I used to work with where that was probably 85% of what we said to each other. Was that right there? That's how men do it. So there's some people, man, that where like it's just movie quotes and shit that you communicate with that person. And they're one of your dearest friends. Hey, thanks again there, Johnny Coat Hanger. He says, how I got my name? Duck, dive, dodge, and duck. That is fucked up, Johnny Coat Hanger. Thank you, man. There's layers to that one. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, I told you guys about a friend of mine, Robert. Shout out to Robert. And we would just talk to each other in Bruce Lee quotes. That's how we would talk to each other. I'd see him, I go, Ohara! With rippling muscles. What's your name, Ta Long? Ta Long. Oh, man. Good shit. Thank you, guys. Okay. Charlize Theron. Go back to Africa, you fucking dummy. This woman. That woman. Oh, so stupid. Oh, where was it? Hold on. I know exactly where it was. Whoops. Don't know what happened there. But the important thing is I'm back. And yeah, it's I don't know who she was in front of. I mean, obviously it must have been some people who were like drag queens or whatever, or at least supporters, because they don't look like they're in drag. But yeah, you can, like I mentioned before, you can tell that she is just totally, because she's in front of those people, she's just acting up. She's showing off, basically. That's what she's doing. Just a total idiot you are, woman. I will fuck anybody up with fucks of drag queens. No, you won't. You won't. You ain't gonna do shit. All right, here we go.
We love you, Queen.
We love you, Queen.
In your corner, and we've got you, and I will fuck anybody up who's like trying to fuck with anything with you guys. It's really, in all seriousness, there's so many things that are hurting and really killing our kids, and we all know what I'm talking about right now. And it ain't no drag queen, because if
and it ain't no drag queen. There are things that are killing. She said killing our kids, and you know what I'm talking about right now. She's talking about those anti-Ku Klux trans, gender-affirming kids. That's what this stupid bitch is talking about. Killing the kids. That's what's killing them, is not letting you mutilate their bodies. By the government stepping in and saying, you can't mutilate your minor's body, she's saying that's killing. Okay.
if you've ever seen a drag queen lip sync for her life,
Yep.
it only makes you happier. It only makes you love more. It makes you a better person. Fuck, if I could do a death drop right now, I would. But I would probably like break my hip. But,
Do it.
and I, yes! Listen, I want to ask everybody out there, please, please support all the great organizations that are out there helping all of this nonsense going away like it should. All of these incredibly stupid policies. Bye.
Bye.
No more room for hate. Only love, and love equals drag queen. We love you.
What a fucking retard. Like, and why wouldn't she mention it? Why wouldn't she say the word trans or trans kids or trans legislation? Why did she sidestep that? That was intentional. You could tell that she was modifying her speech, what she was saying, to dance around that. Yes.
Queen.
We love you,
In
Queen.
your corner, and we've got you, and I will fuck anybody up who's like trying to fuck with anything with you guys. It's really, in all seriousness, there's so many things that are hurting and really killing our kids, and we all know what I'm talking about right now. And it ain't no
Bitch, you don't know what you're talking about right
drag queen, because if you've ever seen a drag queen lip sync for her life,
Yep.
it only makes you happier. It only makes you love more. It makes you a better person.
How does watching a drag show make you a better person? Yeah, when you're being entertained, you're in a good mood, but how the fuck does that make you a better person? That makes no sense at all. Because you went and watched a drag queen show, it makes you a better person. That's what these jackasses believe.
Fuck, if I could do a death drop right now, I would. But I would probably like break my hip. But,
Do it.
and I,
Do it. Fucking do it.
listen, I want to ask everybody out there, please, please support all the
Shut the fuck up. What the idiot. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. All this legislation. You don't even know what you're talking about. I bet you if somebody sat down and stuck a microphone in your face, you wouldn't even know. 2 minutes into the conversation, you've run out of talking points and you wouldn't know what the fuck you're talking about. You would have no idea. You don't know anything past what CNN tells you you need to know. What a dumbass. Thank you, Leonard S. He says all Dems have an MH degree, Master of Hypocrisy. They do. They got a doctorate in that shit. They are so stupid. Look at her son. Here, let me show you. I'll show you. What do you think is going to happen to this boy? 40% chance of suicide. 82% of quote-unquote trans kids. Like I've said before, there's no such thing as a trans kid, just a kid with fucked up parents. Excuse me. What do you think is going to happen to him? You know, when the kid comes to her, when the kid inevitably comes to her, because what, 90% of these kids quit this bullshit at a certain age. But when the kid comes to her and says, Mom, I don't want to be this anymore. I want to be whatever the boy's name is. I want to be me. Jackson. That's the name. Jackson Theron. I want to be me, Mom. I guarantee you there's going to be some disappointment. Like, are you sure? You just want to be all right. You know, there's going to be some pushback to where he's like, well, I don't know. I'll keep doing it if you want me to. Like, you don't want me to? No, it's fine. The total guilt trip. No, do what you want. That's, you know, it's fine. You can, yeah, you can go to be a boy. It's fine. Now, here's what he looked like before when he was little. And she was caught up in the trend of, you know, getting those little African trinkets. I mean, adopting African children. Like for a minute, everybody was getting them. They were like red bottoms. Everybody was getting these little black kids. Look at that. You got a son, obviously, just like a little boy, and a daughter. Obviously, little things in her hair, pink. By herself, like a jackass, but whatever. Purposely raising two kids by yourself as a single mom is child abuse, period. But I have money. That's not everything, you stupid shit. But I have money. They won't want for anything. They have money. Here's what he looks like now. That's her son. You see these little beads and shit in his hair? Number one, even as a girl, you too old for this shit. The little beads in his hair. See how his hair is braided? Has his little butterfly print. Little jumpsuit. Some fucking Birkenstocks for women. These are women's Birkenstocks. You know how many pairs of Birkenstocks I purchased for my wife? Those are women's Birkenstocks. But she's all for the trend. She's all for pushing her child into a lifestyle where there's an 82% chance that he's going to think about hurting himself. And there's a 40% chance that he's going to try. Look at this shit. That's her and her son, her little boy. But I have money. There's money. I have money. I'm rich. He's going to get the best of everything, except the dad. Hey, that is awesome. She's so inclusive, such a diverse family. You know what, guys? I'm just going to say it. I don't care what you guys think, because it's my platform. I can do what I want. If you don't like it, you can skedaddle. Huh? When's the last time you skedaddled? I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't care what anybody thinks. Charlize Theron is better than you. There, I said it. Charlize Theron is better than you because she has a trans son. What are the chances? What are the chances? Sister Shirley Jericho, Charlize has 2 girls. Yeah, she does now. What are the chances of you having a trans kid? Pretty small. Now, what are the chances of a Hollywood star, which is even a smaller pool, having a trans kid? What are the chances? Probably. What would happen? Okay, let's say you took a grain of sand and split it into 10 pieces. I think one piece of that one grain of sand is the chances of a fucking Hollywood A-lister having a trans kid. But this legislation, that's what's killing the children. It's the legislation. How? What are these children doing? Are they harming themselves because of this legislation? How do they know about the legislation? What are you telling them? Are you waking up in the middle of the night and fleeing your state because of the legislation? What do you mean? How do they even know about this legislation? And if the legislation is that constrictive, Charlize, then move. Uh-oh. Sorry, she already lives in fucking LA. What are you even talking about? You live in California. They let you do whatever you want to your kid, as long as it's out of their playbook. You want to teach the kid how to survive? You want to introduce religion into the kid's life? Fuck that. You want to teach your kid to think for itself and not get plugged into the matrix? Fuck that. But if you want to tell your little boy that he's a little girl, and you want to tell your little white boy or girl that just because you're white, you are fucking evil, and tell those little black kids or those kids of color that because you are of a darker shade, you are oppressed? You want to tell that little kid at school, don't tell your parents, it's our little secret? That is fine. You want to have a little boy dressed like a girl and have him out till all hours of the night dancing at a gay club? Cool. You want to force your son be on the cover of magazines dressed like a girl? Then you want to take him to a Paris fashion show and leave him alone? Cool. As long as it's their perversion, if it's part of their perversion plan, you can do it to your child, especially in California, or another sick, festering wound, liberal shithole. But you want to teach your kid right and tradition, you better fuck off. So I conclude that portion of this broadcast by saying, Charlize Theron, go back to Africa. And take Trevor Noah with you. Can we get a package deal on that? Can we get 2 for 1? Alien Robot Ghost says, I'm skedaddling myself. I think you might mean that's something different. We'll talk later about what skedaddling is, but I think what you're doing is something different. Hey, I'm not saying it's your privacy of your own home. I don't got to watch it, but I'm just saying you might have your words mixed up. My goodness. Okay. Now, let's move to a new segment that I like to call, What Part of the Game Is This? I told you guys this was an entertainment-based live stream. What part of the game is this? I don't want to live in a world where this is normal. I just don't. Nobody does. They can say all the stupid shit they want, but they don't want to live in that world. And I'll read you guys some of the comments or some of the replies to my comment, I should say. What the fuck? Come on, man. Hold on. When you see this, you're just gonna be like, what is this shit? What are you doing, man? Why? What is the point? Like nobody, like people were gonna look at this and just be like, yeah, man, this is great. This is great. This is a great idea. I totally see what you mean. This is a good idea. You should have done this. It's so stupid. People are so fucking stupid. I love it. People are just so damn dumb. And people are like, "Oh, you're exactly what he was talking about," because he's talking about how the world is so cruel. And if you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this shit. Oh my god. Okay, I'll pull it up for you guys. Right? It's just so stupid. It's so dumb. What are you doing, man? What happened? Can't be doing this shit. I don't want that. Let me share the other one. Like, as a man, what are you doing? There's nothing wrong with crying. It happens. But not in public like this. This shit.
What you see is what you get. I got no mask on.
You blubbering idiot.
I'll take your mask off. Sonic boom when I open up a blast door. I'm the truth that they thought they could get rid of.
This world is such a wicked place. At times.
Man
That's
and
what he's
woman when
saying.
we were just human. Divinity from within was the religion.
Hold on, we'll go to the next one.
Before was the only intention.
More crying.
To reach ascension.
Like if you, again, like I said, if you're in the middle of something and something comes up that's emotional and you're reacting to it, that's one thing.
It's the closest we
But this motherfucker was crying already.
Seconds to minutes, all of it
He's
is
just
a construct.
crying.
Before was the only intention to reach
What are you
ascension.
doing? And he writes raw emotions like, this is just real. I was crying. I just happened to hit record. Raw emotions. No hiding behind facades. Can I cry in front of the world? No, you fucking idiot. The answer is no. Why am I crying? And then he's like, not am I, A-M space I. No, am I, A-M-I, like it's one word. And he's writing like a fucking teenage girl doing it in a text message. This world is such a wicked place at times. Our kids are dying before they can live in these streets. Our homes are filled with hate because it's all around us. Destruction is prevalent. Drugs are running rampant in our community. So many are confused. Ascension is a necessity. Let it out in front of the world. Do you ever feel like just letting it all out? Some will laugh. That's expected. Some will tap in to see if I'm okay, and that's appreciated. I begging for mercy on all of us. No soul unaccounted for. I love you. Shut the fuck up. Yes, you can cry. If you're a man and you're feeling under pressure, and that's the way you feel, you can get it out, then get it out. But don't get it out in front of the world and just act like, oh, oops, I'm sorry, world. Were you peeking in on me? I'm just having a real moment right now, and you just caught me. Whoopsie.
You have to question everything you thought you knew. There's no exception.
And then look at the filter. All blacked out behind him. Black and white.
It's the closest we
Like, this is a production.
There's no rush.
This isn't you being
minutes,
raw.
all of it is a construct.
Soul to the world. Can I be human? Can I come on here and be human for a second? Fake ass tears.
What you see is what you get. I got no mask on. What I do it to help take your mask off.
That's all it's missing.
Sonic boom when I open up a blast off. I'm the truth that they thought they could get rid of.
Whack ass
I
shit.
embody everybody that they killed off.
What part of the game is
this?
this?
When we were just human. Divinity from within was the
It's okay for a man to cry. Do it in private. Don't do it too often.
What you see is what you get, I got no mask on. What I do it to help take your mask off. Sonic boom when I open up a
Jotaro
bookstore.
Kujo, he drank
I'm
Bud
the
Light.
truth that they thought they
He
could
just
get
killed
rid of.
a
I'm
40
the
of
body
Bud Light right
that
now.
They killed off. Before Mary
REG, he
warned me
takes
when we were just
responsibility.
humans.
And he even has the black and white
Infinity
filter
from
that they
within
have.
was
That
a religion.
Shut up, young jock. Clown ass. Some people are going to hate, and that's expected. Some people are going to tap in to see if I'm okay. Stop talking like you're 20. Tap in. Stop that shit. Don't say pause, lit, dead ass. Too old to be talking like that. Man. Joe Q66. I thank you, man. Or lady. Sorry. Thank you for becoming a member of Green Nation. Who else wants to be like Joe Q66? You do? No problem. Here's the know-how. Bam! Remember that skit from In Living Color? Oh, I know I got a business card on me somewhere. Bam! There you go. That's what you need to do. That's what you're going to get. Everybody's happy. Thank you very much, Joe Q66, for becoming a member of Green Nation. Cool kids. Trays up. Sidestep it. Sidestep it on down. Make room. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Preach. Make sure I didn't miss any others. Any other. And we do got another. Bam! J954. Thank you, J954. He says she's the female version of D Wade. Who's worse? Well, neither D Wade or Charlize Theron has testicles. But I would say D Wade is worse only because he's further along in the destruction of his son. But she started earlier than him. He didn't start fucking his kid up until he was, 11 or 12? I think it was 11 when Gabrielle Union took him to the Miami Pride Parade. D Wade was out of town, and his wife, his new wife, took his son, his 11-year-old son, to the Miami Pride Parade. Case closed. I would have called a professional moving company, had all your shit packed up, so when you came home, you could just load it up, put it in one of those pods where, hey, Gabrielle, where you want us to drop this? Because all your belongings are in it. Because we're not married anymore because you took my fucking 11-year-old son to a damn pride parade in fucking Miami. We're done. Good night. There's nothing else to talk about. We're all done here. You took my 11-year-old son to a pride parade. You sealed the deal. Not only did you take him to a pride parade, you took him to one in Miami. There's got to be a little extra on that one. Let's see. So it comes up here. There we go. Got 530,000 views on this one. Not bad. Copy. Bam. So come back here, and I'll put this in the comment section. There we go. That is a link to the video where I spoke about D Wade, or Gabrielle Union taking D Wade's son to the Pride Parade when he was 11 years old, 5 years ago. So basically, a month into making videos. That's how old that video is, because I started in July of 2018. So, I just put a link to that video in there. So if you guys want to check that out. that was the day after she took him to the Pride Parade. Like, what else is there? What is there else is there to be married for? It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Thank you very much, the guitar picker for the Hamilton. Says Philly's already so supremely messed up. Now Bernie and AOC are going to be at a rally in support of super progressive mayoral candidate Helen Jim. They don't care, man. If Philly is in the condition it is now, what do you think is going to happen when somebody who's backed by two of the biggest brown shirt commie pieces of shit we have? Philadelphia's destruction is about to go into hyperdrive. You know, like on Star Trek or something, before they, like, I don't know, whatever you call that, put on the afterburners, you see everything get really long. All the stars get long like that. That's what's going to happen because Philly's about to go fucking warp speed. It's about to be all bad in Philly. Thank you, Arun Faye. He was crying because he was having a hard Taco Bell poop. Hey, that's fine. Taco Bell's going to tear that ass up, but keep it under wraps. Thank you, Patrick C. He says he was crying because Tinder matched him with Dylan Mulvaney. Well, that shouldn't be bad. Shouldn't a heterosexual man be okay with being matched with a woman? Because that's what Dylan is, right? Dylan is a woman. All you OG ladies are like, oh, I got 2 X chromosomes and a puss and some titties. You guys are old school. No. The new women got penises. The new women got an attachment. Joel 960 says, Jericho, have you ever had cornrows? No, I never had cornrows, but I did have locks. As a kid, no, my mom was never going to go for that. And as an adult, I never really wanted them, even though I was in my early 20s and like the golden age of cornrows, like the early 2000s, 2001, 2, 3, 4, when that shit was just everywhere. I never wanted them. So man, fucking young jocks. Somebody, where's the e-brake? Where's the e-brake to pull to stop this ride, to stop us careening down this path of unfortunate bullshit? Somebody let me know. Just like on a bus, you pull that little string, ding, ding, let me off here. Where is it? Or if there's one where I can pull the brake and bring this to a fucking screeching halt. Oscar Gonzalez, Jericho, did you ever have a friendship bracelet? No, I never had one of those. I never liked dudes. I mean, I never had a friendship bracelet. DJ John T, do you have tattoos, Jericho? I do. I got 7. I got 7 tattoos. Alien Robot Ghost, thank you. He said he sent $3. He said, take that, J954. Uh-oh. You got served. Alien Robot Ghost just did a crazy ass move in your face, J954. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Rufe says, I got one tap on my arm. Is that a pair of titties? No, what is it? A butterfly or just a 3? I don't know. I'm too old for that shit. I don't know what all that means. Rome 13. What about piercings? I have my ears pierced. That's it though. No nose or eyebrow. No shit like that. But I got my ears pierced. That's it, fool. That's all I got, fool. There's my fucking ojos. I got those pierced there. Oh, J954 says Alien. It should have been $3.08. Should have been $3.08. Ooh. Rich Waldron JG has won a tramp stamp. No, I fought that urge. I fought the urge. I was gonna. But I changed my mind. I think it was for the better. I think it was for the best. Oh, it's an emoji because it's not coming up on my computer. Let me see if I can pull it up here. She's like, it's an emoji, but you can say it's titties. All right, it's titties then. That's a good idea, right? Nothing wrong with titties being the default. Hey, when in doubt, it's titties, man. Ooh. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it still looks the same on my phone too. Because I got an Android. You probably got a cool iPhone and shit. Alien testosterone. JG got his clit ring in the Navy. That's funny. You got your Prince Albert in the Army because your sleeping bag mate wanted something to play with. Let's go out in the field. Oh, good times. Now there's a bunch of titty emojis in here. That's cool. Keep them coming. I don't see anything wrong with that. Whatsoever. Spud bearing 65 to the back of Biden's head. Now I'll present this question to you. Which Biden? The new one or the old one? The one from when he was Barack's vice president, the one with the different forehead and ears, that Biden, or the new one, the new, definitely older model that we seem to have out on the road right now. Weapon X. JG, did you get your name tattooed on your dick too? Nah, man, that would be crazy. Who tattoos their dick? Just the pain alone. Cool, man. People are crazy. Thank you, Mr. Comic 2009, who became a member yesterday. Says, hey, Jericho, did you hear about Megyn Kelly telling Charlize Theron pull up and catch these hands? I did see that. She basically told her, why don't you come fuck me up? Because I talk shit about drag queens all the time. I mean, now that's not going to happen, but I'm glad she said it though, because that's what their stupidity should be met with. Like, do it then, you jackass. Tamini, I'm sorry, I'm not going to butcher your name again. Just stop with the breast jokes. Why? I love to talk about titties. And Sister Shirley put titties right above it. It was great. I'll never start talking about those. I'll never stop talking about the fun bags. All right, guys. I think we reached the end of this live stream. Somebody hit me up and asked me to be on their platform. So I have that to do in about 30 minutes. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to get ready for. I appreciate you guys being here on a Saturday afternoon. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Wrong Think Manifesto. Happy birthing persons. Yeah. To all you birthers out there. No, happy Mother's Day to you all. New mothers, mothers to be, mothers who have been doing it for a while. Thank you very much. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your kindness, your nurturing spirits, your femininity, all the things that mothers bring to the table. Thank you very much. You were great. I was great. We were great. See, it's my alarm right there reminding me. Do you know how it goes? I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Oh, hold on. Got another super duper. Hold on, I couldn't quite get out of here yet. Okay. Boom. Thank you. Hold on, I'm writing this shit down. Because this is great. Thank you, Shima86. Biden pandering at Howard University. So that's where Kamala went. That's where Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, went to college when she was listening to Tupac and smoking bud. So I don't know if she's there or not, but if Sloppy Joe is there, you know that's going to make for some great fucking sound bites. Sloppy Joe in front of a bunch of black people. Holy shit. I can't wait to check that out. Oh, yeah. Where was I? Man, I'm out.